y'all, I'm back for a very, very, very impromptu video. So, I am a frequent Amazon Prime shopper. I mean, boxes are coming to my doorstep pretty much every day or a few times a week. And it's well worth it when you can get the things you need faster and most of the time cheaper. So, I decided over the past couple months to take a chance on some hair. I am new to the newfangled, new school wig game. I have been wearing, synthetic for years. Nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to dip my toe into some human hair wigs that wouldn't bust my budget straight out of the gate until I got a feel for how they work and how they wear. So this past week, I actually ordered 2 new wigs from Amazon. And y'all know that internet hair is hit and miss. Hair is one of those things you need to touch, feel, see before you buy. Otherwise, you're taking a gamble. So, this is now like maybe my 3rd or 4th wig that I have purchased. And I realized I never think to unbox these for you all and review them. So I'm going to try to talk through the first wig that I received from Amazon this week. The first wig I purchased was the Ainmeys 12-inch Brazilian curly bob. It retailed for $68.99 and it comes from lengths 8-inch. You can get it as short as 8 inches and as long as 16. So it is a 4x4, which means this is the size of the parting space. It does not go all the way around. I have a 13x4. It was the first human hair wig I ordered from Amazon, and y'all, as pretty as that hair is, the ear tabs, trying to get them to lay on my hairline and my forehead just gives me the blues. So I have been liking a 4x4 and a 5x5 just to get used to the process while I work my way back up to the full frontal. So this is that. This is the lace. It is not HD or transparent or anything like that, but as you can see, if you want to get a feel for the color, it's basically disappearing on this mannequin, and I'll try to show you all. This is what it looks like on my arm. I have not bleached my knots. I have not done anything to this lace. I haven't tinted it. I've done nothing but taken this out of the pack and brushed through the hair. It came super duper flat. Like, y'all, when I pulled it out of the package, I thought I had I thought I had gotten a whopper of a wig. But as I combed through it, it got fuller and fuller and fuller, which is great because they claim this wig is 150% density. And if I turn it around, y'all, it's super full. It's full all the way through from top to bottom. And even in the closure space, I'll try to zoom in and get some footage for you all, but it's full even here at the top where the parting space is. So I'm pleased with that. Also, combing through it, shedding is inevitable. Our hair sheds, a wig is gonna shed if you comb through it and style it. Very little shedding so far. Yeah, my only kind of concerns, and these aren't necessarily concerns, but the ends, they're not split or anything. I can rake straight through them. But we know that a lot of times in the hair factories, they process this hair to give it the texture they want. It isn't naturally this texture. And there are some places in it where the curl doesn't seem to have taken all the way. Yeah. And also, I feel like they cut it pretty blunt. So with it being seemingly a little bit longer in the front than it is at the back. I hope I don't end up with the peppermint patty triangle once I style this. But again, once again, I have done nothing to this hair. So a little bit of conditioner and mousse will probably solve half of the battle that I just described. I am ultimately planning to actually twist set this hair since it is kind of a tight, I guess I would describe this as a type 3 curl. I think it would be really, really beautiful in a twist out. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm not experienced. I am not a wig slayer. I'm just a beginner with these wigs. I am going to bleach these knots and I'm going to tint my lace and prep the wig. And then I will come back and show you all what this hair looks like styled. And I'll also take some pictures once I put it on. I actually got this wig in a hurry because my husband has a preaching engagement this weekend out of town. And I just wanted something that would fly well and something that would keep me from having to actually do my hair this weekend. So yeah, I'll do some things to this and then show y'all how it came out. There's something else I want to show you too. I don't have the right lens on to really show this to you, but I don't know if you guys can see this. One thing I wanted to show you, since I don't have my zoom lens, they did pluck this hairline a little bit already. It's not necessarily straight across. I will probably go in and do a little bit more to that, but you can tell they actually took the time to try to pluck some of this. So far, quite nice. So this is what this hair looks like when it is wet. Just wet, no product in it. So thankfully it does have a pattern, and it looks like the ends are still in decent condition. I don't see it being straggly. All the way around, looks pretty good. It looks like once it dries, it will still dry with some volume all the way through the hair and the closure, and just an overall really nice juicy pattern. So now let's go to work prepping this wig. I have at this point bleached my knots and conditioned it, and I am just gonna take small sections, detangle them gently with a brush, and add a small amount of mousse def to each section and do a twist out. And here you see I'm second guessing myself because it doesn't look like the curls in the wig are going the same direction. So I just went ahead and made my best effort to twist each section to the right, so at least they'll be twisted to the same direction. I am just working one side to the next, front to back, just repeating this in the back and in the top all the way to the other side of the closure, which, by the way, you want to be really gentle detangling because you don't want to yank hairs out of your closure. So yes, gotten all the way to the top, twisting this hair, and I'm gonna let it dry. Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Let it air dry untouched. I think I did overnight, and I actually ended up leaving these twists in because I was flying with this wig. But this is what it looks like in its twisted, prepped state. Alright, y'all, so I am back. This is the wig. on me. I've actually worn it a few times in the last 4 or 5 days, and I'll insert some pictures here of what this hair looked like over that period of time. I kind of experimented this time with leaving a little bit more lace on my wigs than normal, just to see if it would help the application process, and I ended up whacking it back down to what I normally do. So don't pay that no mind in these pictures. But this is also a great wig for hats. The first time I wore it, it was a little bit too much lace and it wasn't quite melting, so I stuck a hat on top of it and it was super cute. It was super cute. So yeah, there's that. And first, let's talk about the prep work. The knots. Lifting these knots was the devil. And I'm going to give it credit and attribute some of that to my inexperience. I'm still kind of gun shy about the bleaching process because I don't want to over bleach and ruin my closures. But y'all, it was incredibly difficult. I know I mentioned earlier that this wig doesn't shed a lot, which is great, but I think they may have accomplished that by using like double knots, thick, heavy knots here in the closure, and that is a drawback. And then also the lace, I was able to, of course, tint my lace. I used my Melt Me Down mousse tint, and one thing, I felt like it was a little bit more difficult than it has been in the past. It wasn't just totally hard to do, but it felt like the lace, for lack of a better word, was not as receptive to the mousse tint as some of the other laces I've had. Again, it's not transparent, it's not HD, but it's not like burlap either. So there's that. I did end up putting a little concealer in, where's my part? A little concealer here in the part. And I also like to use silicone scar tape underneath to help it a little bit. So there's still some screen door action down in there, but you really have to like get up on my head to see it. So chances are, if you're staring deeply into the eyes of my closure, you're way too close anyway. So there's that. As far as the actual fit on the cap, I do feel like it runs a little bit small, which works in my favor because my head is on the smaller side. So if you are big head, looking for a big head friendly wig, this may not be it. But I like it because it fits my head a little bit better and I'm able to wear it borderline gluelessly. Now, I'll show you with the other wig that I bought. I did end up putting an adjustable elastic strap in it for security. But I've been able to just use my temporary little gel glue type situation on it, and that's cool because I like to be able to pull my wigs off at the end of the day. I do not want to sleep in this hair. I do not like the idea of something like this being attached to my head, not when I have the possibility of pulling it off and caring for my hair. So for it being what it is, again, you get what you pay for. I paid $68.99 for this wig. I believe that's what I said. I'll put the link down in the description bar. But, you know, I'm not angry. I'm not angry at it. The hair set very well. You saw that I used Mousse Def from the Do to set a pattern in this hair, and it came out nice and shiny. And the ends aren't split or anything like that. It's still very full, still has lots of body. I also use the Do products. I definitely used Fresh Rinse, the conditioner, as well as the light for shine in the prep process, and it wore very well. I traveled with this wig. It sat in that travel duffel bag that you saw in the last video. And all I had to do really, I left it twisted. I flew with it in the satin bag that it came with and a bonnet on top of it. And all I had to do was unfurl it. I didn't have to add any product. I didn't have to add any water. And it pretty much stayed like this for like 4 days straight. It was hot and it was humid, so I had to kind of refresh it earlier today. But other than that, it has held up very, very well. Yeah, quite manageable. And as for the peppermint patty triangle I was talking about, you do see a little bit of that here, but it's nothing I can't live with, and it has come in handy. Hopefully you guys can see that here in the back, that it's shorter, because it is currently 94 degrees in this room. It's like 91 outside, and yeah, I really don't need anything sitting on the back of my neck at this present moment, making it any warmer than it already is. So overall, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the value that I got for my money. And yeah, we'll see how it holds up over time. I expect it to last me a while because I rotate my hair. I rarely wear my hair the same way for too much of an extended period of time. But yeah, so far, I am pleased with my purchase. So you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite destinations are for buying internet hair. Let's chat about that down in the comments. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, because I love chatting with you all, and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anything, and I don't want to miss you either. So with that being said, be sure to always do what you love what you do, keep at it, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye.